Next game on the list, we got the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Los Angeles Chargers. Oh my, oh my goodness! I'll hit you at the line in a bit. I already know where I'm going on this one. Okay, Kansas City. I actually don't have a great line on Patrick Mahomes, but I'm going to start him. He didn't finish in the top 10 in quarterbacks this week because we saw some better numbers, but Mahomes is a start. Edwards-Helaire, come on, he's a start. Tyreek Hill's a start. I know Sammy Watkins had a nice game. He actually could have had probably 2 more touchdowns in that game, but he's so streaky. I'm staying away. Kelsey is a start for the Chargers. I'll start Ekeler, and I am sitting everybody else on the Chargers this week. Kansas City Chiefs defense finished in the top 10 against the Texans last week as well. So we'll take it away, David.
Well, for me, this game is huge because, as I said, Austink Ekeler is one of the few guys. I had a pretty good week one. One of the few guys who I was coming in high on who let me down. And I don't think it was a crazy letdown. He had 19 attempts for 84 rushing yards, which is very important to see. The fact that he got 19 attempts and was able to maintain efficiency on the ground. That's huge. So don't overreact to the fact that he had 1 reception. But it is absolutely a concern, especially when you look at the fact how often Tyrod seemed to be taking shots down the field to Mike Williams. Mike Williams was one of those guys who showed up on that sheet that JJ shared. And let's look at it. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys who had a higher target share than Mike Williams. That's it. Mike Williams had the 8th highest target. He had 31% of the targets from Tyrod Taylor. So it is a bit of a concern. But I think a lot of that could have been game script related. Chargers were playing from ahead essentially the entire time against Cincinnati. It's going to be reversed this week. They're going to be playing from behind against the Chiefs, basically at least the entire second half, possibly more. So it's going to be telling what kind of reception total and target total Austink Ekeler gets in this game. If he gets 8 to 10 targets, all's good, and he's money for the rest of the year. If he doesn't see targets in this week 2 game, it's reason for concern. That's for sure.
I'm worried about the Chargers. They're showing me signs that the wheels could fall off. Now they have Justin Herbert. We're going to see Justin Herbert early in the season. I think we'll see him earlier than we'll see Tua in Miami. Look, I agree with everything you said. It's very positive that we saw 19 carries with efficiency from Ekeler. That's a good thing. And Josh O'Kelly, we've been saying on this show for months now that this offense supports 2 running backs. Justin Jackson left the game. If you bought on Justin Jackson, which is what I was saying, like we're seeing in Indianapolis, I don't think Joshua Kelley gives that job back up. I think Joshua Kelley is your second running back here. He was efficient with the attempts and the opportunity that he had. We've seen it on film from Justin Jackson in the past, but I think Kelley's going to. I think it's going to be hard for Jackson to get Kelley off the field at this point. Ekeler, what really irritated me, and we talked about. I can't remember the team we talked about before, but I think it was Atlanta and teams like changing their identity earlier in this show. The LA Chargers, is Tyrod Taylor Aaron Rodgers from 2014? Like, what in the hell are they doing? This system in place, I know Phillip Rivers likes to target his running backs, but there are designed screen passes. They didn't design a screen pass. This is a game that was a slam dunk win for the Chargers, and they needed to get lucky at the end of the game to not go into overtime, and they needed a 50-50 call to not give up the game-winning touchdown. This is a slam dunk win for the Chargers. All they have to do, and I thought this going in, I thought Chargers offense, not a big believer in it, but at least they'll be able to throw some screen passes and get some easy first downs to Ekeler or whoever else is that second. And they didn't do it the entire game. It drove me crazy. And Mike Williams, yeah, great. Keenan Allen, he's not a guy that separates. He's kind of a target possession guy. I didn't think he was going to be great this season. Basically, I saw what I thought I was going to see from the receivers, and I am shocked that the Chargers didn't try to involve the running backs in the passing game more. If this happens a second week in a row, that's a cause for concern because it's obvious that they need to do this, and they're going to be playing from behind against Kansas City, and it's the only way they're going to be able to move the ball with efficiency. The defense is fine, but this is the classic defensive coordinator that wants to win these games 16-13. You got to put points up. I think the Chargers are going to be in for a long season. Anyway, there's my little rant.
Again, let me hit on that just because I'm not nearly as concerned about you, and it just goes back to what I mentioned before with McCaffrey seeing a low target totals. These teams across the board look to be calling
Yeah.
simplistic play calls to get those guys warm, to get them live to contact. And was there any reason to be giving away your screen plays, to be giving away these more creative plays? They were handling Cincinnati from start to finish. There was no need to show really any, especially when you got Kansas City next week, a divisional matchup. Start slow, don't go crazy, get these guys warm. I think this week is where we should see some more of those screen calls, some more of that creative play calling. But yes, you're right. If it doesn't happen this week, it's a concern.
And I have Ekeler. I'm going to be starting him. I'm not worried about it. At least benching him. Like he put up a very similar game to Christian McCaffrey. Christian McCaffrey has the new offense. So we're still trying to see how all those pieces are going to fit together there. The Chargers have that continuity. The only thing that changed was Rivers to Taylor. It's just weird. But, there's going to be adjustment. I'm not punting on Ekeler. And even if Ekeler doesn't grab catches this year, which would suck, but even if it doesn't, he's going to have value as a running back. So it's not like I'm saying sell on him. But, jeez. Anyway, let me hit you with the line. Kansas City minus 8.5 versus the Chargers.
Give me Kansas City, man. The Chargers barely beat the Bengals. The Chiefs beat the Texans by 15?
Yeah.
You got to take the Chiefs right now. You don't bet against the champs.
Less than 10 points, Kansas City. The Chargers will not be able to score enough points to cover the spread. That's it. That's all you need to know.